Hello and welcome to Rich's Home Mechanics, and thank you for visiting my channel. Right, what have we been up to just recently on my channel? Well, you can see a blue Piaggio 125. I had that found an MOT on a head race bearing. I changed that, done that, we've done a video on that. I think we had a problem with the front brake, some welding on the exhaust and a general tidy up. Now I've just brought it back in the van for an MOT and it passed straight through, no advisories, so happy days. That's another project done, and hopefully we'll be moving it on to someone else who wants a little scooter to pot around on. What else we got? Sue and Dave, my lovely wife Sue and our friend Dave, have very kindly picked up a ride-on lawnmower. Got no idea whether it runs or not. That's going to be another project coming in the near future. I don't know whether it starts. I haven't got a clue. But that's the beauty of home mechanics. You buy stuff from auctions, eBay, get them home, and you play with them until you get them going. You know, and the more you do it, the more confident you get, and the more experience you get. And that's how it goes. What else we got? Right, over here on the workbench, I've also been given something to look at. Have a look and see if you can work out what it is. There we go. This is another little project on the workbench. Can you work out what it is? Any idea? Let's show you what it is. I'll take this bit of wood out first. Let's make a little bit of room. Might become clear very soon. That goes like that. And we've got a bit of board that sits on top. Anyone got an idea? Well, it's a pump up workbench. Now, the issue with it, it doesn't pump up very well. So we need to dive into this and have a look. Now, I've been after one of these for ages and ages. Ideal for putting mowers or anything you work on. Engine, I could even put an engine on that, and it's a foot one and it pumps up. And look at the size of it, it's a nice good size. So I think this is coming as like spares and repair. You know, was it heading for the scrapyard? Probably was. But on Rich's Home Mechanics, let's see if we can get this working, because I think this is going to be a really handy workbench to use in the future. So let's take this bit of wood off, let's open it up and have a look. Right, we've got this up now, and as you can see, it's just simply like a bottle jack or a trolley jack. We've got a hydraulic pump here that literally, as you pump it, the centre of the column goes up and it'll push the bench up, and then when I don't know, it's not working, but when you press that down, I think it releases it. One way of testing these is just to put your hand on it. Is there any resistance? Look. There's no resistance, hardly any resistance on that at all. Right, another thing that can make these not work is if the seal's gone. Now, this doesn't look like the seal's gone at all. There's hardly any residue, and if the oil seal, the O-ring had gone inside this piece of equipment, this hydraulic jack, pump, whatever you call it, it'd be leaking. It's pretty dry. That's pretty dry. That looks good. Do you know what we're going to do? On here, I think possibly it could be as simple that it's not got enough hydraulic oil in it. Could it be as simple as that? Sometimes, you know, you can dive in deep. Let's go for the oil. Let's check the oil first. Is that going to be the problem? If it's not that, then we're going to have to either strip this down or replace it. So, first things first. Let's get this off and have a look. Is there any oil in it? First impressions, doesn't look like there is a lot of oil. Let's get a torch in there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get the oil syringe ready, and we're going to pump some oil in there. So we'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, there's a few ways of putting oil in this. You can either struggle with a little measuring can and do it, or just use a syringe. I've got a little syringe now. I use these a lot. It may be cheap and you can get them off eBay, but I use these little tiny syringes, obviously the ones without the metal needle, for sucking out small areas. When I do a very small engine, say a strimmer, I need to pull the oil out, or a little tiny piece of equipment, I put a little bit of pipe on there, you can suck it. But I've also got one of these, which is the Big Daddy one. So if I want to do something like a scooter, for instance, and want to drain the oil out for some reason, I can't gain access to the drain plug, or I just want to take some of the oil out, someone's filled it up. These syringes really come in useful, so if you are a home mechanic, these do really come. Small and large, job done. Right, back to the job. So I'm going to use a little syringe. I don't need to get the Big Daddy one out, and we've got a little hole here, and jack oil. Stress, you must use the proper oil. Right, here we go. Syringe in. How simple as that, look. Here we go. Squeeze a bit in. I think this is going to take quite a bit of oil. I've got this oil here because basically I've got quite a few trolley jacks knocking around, you know, the big ones for the cars and the vans. And every so often when they start to get older, they start to weep a little bit, and you know, you need to top them up. So that's why I happen to have some jack oil here. So what I'll do is I will carry on topping that up, and we'll come back once I've done it. Right, I've spent about 5 minutes topping up with what we got here, jack oil. Right, that's taken nearly half a litre of oil, so this was definitely dry. So let me just have a sip of my coffee. Treated myself today, proper cappuccino. Things are looking up at Rich's Home Mechanics. Right, what we're going to do here is a little plug that plugs that where I've topped it up. Now the O-ring is proper knackered, so fortunately I've got most things in my workshop, and I've got a tray of O-rings. So while we're here, it's a false economy. Let's whip the old O-ring off and put a new one on. Chuck that. Make sure that surface around there with the O-ring's nice and clean. Here we go. Because if you get a little bit of grit under there, it could pop. And you imagine when you're pumping away up here, there's a lot of pressure in there. And if you've got any sort of give there, any weak point's going to blow, and you're going to get oil blow everywhere. So let's find an O-ring for this. This looks a good size. There we go. Job done. Push that on. Absolutely bob on. Right, let's just move this out of the way. I like to work tidy. Right, let's put this in. So we've topped the oil up. When we first started, it wasn't working, so let's put this back in. As I mentioned in videos, make sure everything is spotless and clean. Wipe that round. You don't want any grit or any dirt anywhere near this, or oil. If it gets inside, it can cause problems. Now this didn't work, so let's nip this up. It's a star-shaped socket. Here we go. Do I need a big one? No, I'm not going to put a big ratchet on there. Right, let's do this up. And then I will just swap over to a slightly meatier, bigger ratchet, just to torque it up, not too tight. 1, 2, 3 tights. Now, let's see if it actually pumps. So we're looking for this column here, part of the trolley jack, to come up. Let's see if it does it. Now, when we first got this in, it was knackered. It was no good to anybody. Let's see if we, just a simple job we've done. Let's cured it. Looking good so far. Let's hold that. Let's take it right up. Now that's definitely working. And then the weight of that will push that down. You push it down like that. Obviously, if you've got the stand on, once it's all together, you push that handle down. Tell you what, that looks like that was a real simple fix. Easy. This is Home Mechanics. It's what it's all about on my channel. Not everything is complicated. Always, whether it's mechanical or when we do electrical, do the simplest, easiest things first. We didn't roar into this and take it all apart. It's got no oil. That's the first thing you do, check the oil. It looks like it could be repaired. So what I'm going to do now is, you don't need to see me reassemble this, put it all together. It literally drops down and clips up. I'll put it all back together. I'll get the worktop on and see if she works. Now, what we're doing here, the idea of the video, it's a hydraulic pump, a bottle jack. And this is exactly the same system, whether it's a bottle jack for your car, a trolley jack, anything that's got a hydraulic piston like that, they all top up the same. And the way to do it is you pump the column or pull the column, the centre column of the trolley jack or the hydraulic pump to the top. You then fill it up to it normally drips out the hole, or sometimes they might have a drip hole, a filling hole. And it's as simple as that. So let's put it back together and see if this little workbench actually does what it's made for. Right, it's taken me about 10 minutes to put this back together. Let's actually see if there's proof in the pudding. And see if we can actually use this workbench in this workshop. Oh, that is so cool. I love it. Let's see how high it goes. Look at the size of it. I could probably fit a scooter on this, I reckon. That is fantastic. That's a proper bit of kit, isn't it? Mate, I'm well happy with that. Another job done on Richard's Home Mechanics. Let's just let it down slowly. And here we go. How cool is that? I haven't seen one of these workbenches as big as these. I see the ones with the little handles I've been after for a while, but I've never seen a full size one like this. It's like a little mini motorcycle platform, isn't it, ramp? Anyway, that is another job done on Richard's Home Mechanics. So going forward, what we are going to be doing, I'm going to be working on that ride-on mower. Be coming up in the near future. Not sure what's wrong with it. It could be a simple fix. It might be an engine strip down, so it might be worth watching. What else we got? Something else in the pipeline. I think I've got something. Anyway, something to come up. Anyway, I would just like to say a quick couple of thank yous. My subscribers are going up, and I'm not pushing my channel, but I know who you are. When you subscribe to my channel, I do personally see who you are, and I do say thank you very much. So you're not just a number to me. Every single one of you, I appreciate it, and I'll check up on you and see what you're doing on your channels, because it works both ways. It's a two-way thing. Reference to the workbench, I'd like to say thank you to Graham. You know who you are out there, one of our friends. I won't say your surname, but thank you very much. This bench is really going to come in handy. That is definitely going to be used a lot. So we're going to switch off here. Keep tuned to my channel. I've got other bits coming on. Definitely got the ride-on mower. There was something else, but I just can't remember it. We don't know what's coming through this door. Thanks a lot for watching my channel, and we'll see you next time on Rich's Home Mechanics.